Alvaro Morata is linking up with Antonio Conte once again, this time at Stamford Bridge. And while the move to West London is a good move for the Spaniard, returning to the Real Madrid bench after 2 years of leg stretching in Italy was bizarre. There's one aspect to his transfer that he might reconsider. He'll be burdened with the number 9 jersey, which has become synonymous with poor performances at Stamford Bridge. Let's take a look at 7 players who wore that number and struggled. MATEJA KEZMAN. MATEJA KEZMAN arrived at Stamford Bridge alongside PSV teammate Arjen Robben in 2004 and was promptly burdened with Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank's heavy number 9 jersey. While the Dutchman had lit up West London for years, KEZMAN flopped under the pressure, providing very little competition to Didier Drogba. It took him until December to notch his first goal, and even then it was just an injury time pity penalty in a 4-0 thumping of Newcastle. He scored 3 more league goals all season before getting booted out to Spain at the end of the season. The Serbian has since claimed that the move to Chelsea was the best thing to have ever happened to him. MATEJA, you might want to have a look at those stats again. HERNAN CRESPO. Alright, so let's not label HERNAN CRESPO as a flop. He wasn't. He scored 20 league goals in 49 games for the club, which is not a bad return. However, where he failed in England was his inability to settle. According to the Argentine, he struggled to assimilate to the culture shock and couldn't get past the language barrier. Having arrived from Inter Milan in 2003, he was sent back to Milan, this time to AC, on loan for the 04-05 season, came within a Jimmy Traore miracle of winning the Champions League, before being dragged back to West London for one final shot the following season. Crespo claimed he felt left out away from football and missed the human warmth during his time in London. So while the Argentine did produce on the pitch, the curse still found a way to disrupt what should have been a long and fruitful marriage. KHALID BOULAHROUZNG. Alright, what was KHALID BOULAHROUZNG doing wearing a number clearly suited for strikers? The man was a right back and not a very good one either. He signed from Hamburg in August 2006 and promptly confused everybody when being unveiled as the proud successor to Hernan Crespo's number 9 jersey. Injuries disrupted his short spell and he made 13 appearances before leaving for Sevilla on loan, vacating the number 9. Surely the Blues wouldn't make a mess of the next man to wear it. Steve SIDWELL. Oh, my mistake then. The decision to sign Steve SIDWELL was almost as confusing as giving him the number 9 jersey. If ever you needed a sign that Jose Mourinho was being controlled by the master puppeteer, it was when the likes of Tal Ben Haim, Claudio Pizarro and SIDWELL were thrown through the door on freebies, with Roman Abramovich seemingly forgetting that he actually had a few quid in the bank and that Chelsea had left the mid-table scrap heap some time ago. SIDWELL, of course, did exactly what he promised. Nothing. 0 goals and 15 Premier League games later, he was banished to Aston Villa at the end of the season, probably wondering how he had ever managed to trick a Champions League club into signing him. Franco Di Santo. Oh, Franco. Trying to break through and make a name for yourself at a club where they already have the likes of Didier Drogba, Nicolas Anelka and Daniel Sturridge cannot be easy. With the weighted number 9 on your back, the pressure must be almost unbearable. Thankfully for Chelsea supporters, the Argentine only ever played 16 times for the Blues, but on the rare occasions that he featured and was emblazoned with that cursed number on his back, it all just looks so very odd. Fernando Torres. When Carlo Ancelotti arrived, he decided to stop humiliating any of his players by forcing them to wear the cursed number 9 jersey, and surprise surprise, everybody played out of their skin as the club won the league and scored over 100 goals. And then Fernando Torres was bought in January 2011. But if anybody could handle the pressure, it was him, right? The man won both Euro 2008 and the World Cup, had played at the top level for both Atletico Madrid and Liverpool. He was one of the most feared strikers on the planet and had been a thorn in Chelsea's side for years. No, as we all know, not even Torres could escape the jersey's clutches, failing to score in his first 903 minutes of football for the club. He'd go on to score 20 league goals in 110 games for Chelsea across 3.5 seasons. He scored more than that in his first season at Anfield. RADAMEL FALCAO. I'm not sure how he managed to do it exactly, but RADAMEL FALCAO, season-long loan at Chelsea, actually managed to make his Old Trafford nightmare look like a success in comparison. He scored 4 goals in 29 games in Manchester, so he was comparatively ripping it up when you look at his 1 strike in 12 for the Blues. Chelsea had been chasing the Colombian hitman ever since he put a hat-trick past them in the 2012 UEFA Super Cup, but this was a broken shell of a player. Low on confidence and fitness, but he'll always have that 1 strike against Crystal Palace, which I suppose is more than Steve SIDWELL managed, I guess. So, best of luck, Alvaro, you might need it. Thanks for watching, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and also check out HITC 7s.